Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this webinar. We will be discussing a lot of good and interesting things in the webinar. So let's get started. What would I cover? So we would be talking about what is aesthetic medicine. We will discuss different licensing, training in this field, calculate income that people in aesthetic field make, and I will discuss both for medical profession and for estheticians as well, different employment opportunities, outline steps for opening the business, any malpractice coverage. So basically, we'll give you a roadmap to to succeed in aesthetic journey that you choose to be. For some of you, it might be that you're starting out and you have a lot of questions. For some of you, maybe you're already in the field, just would like to get to know a little bit more, be more successful. And at the end, we will demonstrate a chemical peel procedure, which is a very popular procedure in the aesthetic field. And if you have any questions, I'm more than welcome to stay and answer some of the questions that you will have. Our chat function is working, so you could send your questions while we're having a presentation, and we will go over them at the end. And I'm hoping you're able to hear me, and let's get started. Okay, this is some of our social media QR codes. If you're not following us yet, please do so. We do post a lot of educational content on our social media, on our YouTube, on our Instagram. So feel free to follow us. There's a lot to learn, and I usually do a lot of educational videos to share my knowledge and my expertise. So if you are interested, definitely join to follow us. Okay, and some exciting gifts. For those of you who stay until the end, we have some exciting gifts to share with you, so please stay. I will talk about them a little bit later. And how to get the gifts, our coordinator, Bianca, would be online. You could call using the number before. You will be giving a code if you want to register for consultation to learn more about different options that we offer. And she will be able to provide you with a lot of information after the webinar. Okay, so let's get to know each other a little bit. If you don't mind, write in the chat what state are you from, and if you have any education or certification or licensure. Are you in the medical field? Are you in aesthetic field? Are you planning to go into aesthetic field? Can you please put your comments into the chat, and we could go over that. And I would like to see who the audience is, so I will target my information directly to the type of people that we have today on the webinar. Okay, while you guys putting your information in the chat, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Dr. Natalia Fazilova, and I've been teaching for over 15 years at the City University of New York. Teach undergrad nursing students in the program for many years. I also have a clinic, Rebalance Beauty and Wellness Center, and we also have a training school, Innovation Training Specialist Academy, where we provide continuing education courses for medical professional and aesthetics as well as estheticians. So our courses are for beginners and we have advanced courses as well. I started my aesthetic training school during COVID because there were a lot of people that were leaving the bedside in the medical field, and there were a lot of estheticians that all the salons and spa were closed, were looking for additional training while they have time. So that's how the training center evolved. And our training center is in the city. We are in Manhattan on 59 and Madison, the prime location. It's with our clinic together. So students that come to take our courses, they have an excellent experience working with real clients. And that's what our school is well known for, that we provide a lot of hands-on training aside from the theory, because you do see real clients, you see the real flow of the practice. So you kind of more or less get the hang of it. What does it feel like to be in real world? So I started in aesthetic field in 2014, got trained in a lot of aesthetic procedures, and the training at the time that I had, I wasn't satisfied. There were not many schools available, and training was more or less very superficial. So I didn't work in aesthetic field for another year after my training, and then I realized that I really like it. It's my passion, and I would like to go into it. So I did additional training. And I went to Europe. I went to Europe. I did a lot of training in different countries because I felt like our training was not enough. And the European training does have a lot of hands-on experience in it. And that's what I got almost all my training, and I still learn. Even though 10 years passed, I'm still learning and taking additional classes. There's always new procedures that coming up, there's new trends, there's new techniques. So it's a field that you would be a perpetual student for many more years to come, and it's rewarding. You see your colleagues, you talk to your peers, you learn something new. So it's an interesting endeavor to take on, and always trying to learn more. Okay, some of the bonuses that you will get, you still they stay until the end, different vouchers. We do offer advanced courses. Somebody will win an advanced course with the training for aesthetic injectables internship. We also have some advanced vouchers and training as well. So it's, if you stay till the end, you will get some gifts and presents. Okay, let's check the chat and see where are you guys from. I see New York, New York. I see oh, other states we have California, we have Mississippi, Alaska. Yeah, we do get a lot of students coming in from out of state. So we do offer training for people from out state as well. And I see that I have some Estes here, estheticians, even from Canada. Okay, wow. I see some nurses and nurse practitioners. Okay, that's great. We do train medical professionals as well. I see Michigan, I see New Jersey. Okay, so we have an interesting crowd today from medical field and from aesthetic field as well. Great. I will cover both. I will give as much information as I can for both fields, for medical injectable aesthetics as well for estheticians. So you will get plenty of information on both. So thank you for joining, and I'm sure you will find this information useful, because when I started in 2000, I opened my practice in 2016. I wish I knew all that knowledge that I have right now. I wish I knew someone who would have helped and avoided all the mistakes that I made, and hopefully the information that I will share will help you somehow to avoid the mistakes that I've made. So it's okay. It was a learning curve, but at the time, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have anybody that could help and mentor me. And kind of, we made it through, but it could have been, I wish I could have avoided all the mistakes. But so what is an aesthetic medicine? There's different fields of practice. There's different treatments, and the field itself is expanding, getting more and more advanced, bigger, more treatments gets included in it. And on medical side, that's all the injectables. We're talking about toxins, fillers, biostimulators such as Sculptra, Radis, platelet-rich plasma, sclerotherapy for veins. We have wellness treatments like IV hydration, diet plans, weight loss, hair restoration. I do a lot of intimate rejuvenation as well. That's an expanding field right now. And We do see a lot of men and females for sexual dysfunction, and we do platelet-rich plasma for rejuvenation, for erectile dysfunction, and some other things as well. On the skincare side, for estheticians, laser treatments, chemical peels, all the different facials, microneedling, technology-based treatments, cool sculpting, body treatments like M-Sculpt, RF microneedling, different lasers, laser hair removal. There's so much more nowadays that's offered in aesthetic field that the educational potential is endless basically. But if you're not sure yet where to start, where to go, you don't have to do all of them at the same time, obviously, to learn how to do it. And my grandmother had actually an interesting saying: instead of doing 1,000 things once, you learn to do one thing 1,000 times and you accelerate and then add more. So that's definitely what I did when I started. I started with basic Botox fillers and, let's say, plasma therapies training, started implementing them, and slowly added other treatments to my treatment packages, and learned more, got more treatments, and adding more and more treatment as they come up. So definitely something for you to consider. Don't try to do everything at once. You will get confused, and it's not something that you will be stressed out, and it's not worthwhile. Is it ideal time right now to do or be in aesthetic fields? Yes. We alone, our school alone, in the past 3 years, over 3 years, a little bit that we've been open, we trained almost 500 practitioners. And a lot of time I get a question, why are you doing it? You're basically breeding competition for yourself. That's not the case. Yes, there's more aesthetic practitioners nowadays than it was when I started in 2014. However, what happened over that period of time, my client base was over 10 years ago, patients in their 40s and higher. Right now, my client base is 20s and higher. A lot of people do preventative treatments, which means if they're starting in their 20s, they have another 40, 50, 60 years to go somewhere to do this treatment. So population that's interested in these treatments increased as well. So there's a nice balance of more practitioners that provide these treatments, as well as more consumers interested in that treatment. And I don't think that field would ever retire. And projection of amount of money spent by consumers in that field, it's not in millions, it's in billions. And this is some of the projections that we have statistically. By 2028, it's going to be over 124 billions in spend. So people are interested to live better. People are interested to look better. People are living longer. And with all the technology and everything we have, why not, right? If it's available, if we could do it, then we're helping someone to change their life, change their looks, and kind of improve their quality of life as well. So don't get discouraged, and don't listen to people that's saying it's overpopulated and over saturated. No, there's enough clients for every single practitioner. All of my students, all of our students, they've been practicing, and all of them have their own perfect clients for them, different areas, different states. So there's enough people, trust me, in New York and other states as well, to be enough for all the injectors or estheticians. Another common question: where can I work after my aesthetic training? Number one question student asks: we received our training, we have our certification, we have our experience. Now what? Where do I go from here? What do I do? Where could I find employment? Our students are usually a good example for us to get ideas. I have very creative students, God bless them. And I will share with you some of the things that they've been doing and being successful. If it's a medical practitioner, if you're an injector, you got trained to do injectables, could work for someone else, medical spa, dermatology, plastic surgeons. I have students that open up their own practice, and you could open your practice if you are RN or if you're NP, PA, any medical professionals, you can open your practice. For RNs and NPs, NPAs, you might need a medical director. I will talk about it a little bit later, but opportunities are there. Where else our students work? I had students who started by renting a room in a regular spa. We're talking about now medical students, a spa that provides aesthetic treatments, and they will take a room in that spa, discuss it with the owner on some kind of arrangements where the owner would be marketing that injector to the current clientele that come in for already for aesthetic treatments such as facials, let's say, and lasers. These are people that are already interested in their appearance, and chances are they already get their injectables somewhere else. So you will come in there with a clientele already in the space that you could market yourself and get your clients this way. Some of my students, and they were very successful. I started at the time, used to work in a GYN office at some point in my life. So when I went into this field, I met the GYN doctor I used to work with, and I told him what I'm doing. He's like, "Oh, I'm opening up a new office. Why, if you want, you could take a room," and kind of he offered me. It was very nice, and that's how I started. The client base was there. I was able to market to his client base, and then I branched out, opened up my own practice, and kind of move forward with that. I have some of my students, they actually recently, one of my students, which I never thought of, but and she's pretty successful in one of the hotels. They have spa there, and I always thought in the hotels, most clientele is the visitors, the tourists. And I told her when she mentioned it to me, I was like, but tourists don't come into a hotel and get their Botox and fillers done. Apparently, that spa, 80% of the clients are local people. They're not tourists. They're local people that live nearby that hotel, and they come in for their facial services, and they were able to she was able to recruit them and make them her own clients for injectables and everything else that she does. I have students that do concierge or mobile visits, and that's for both for estheticians and injectables. They go to clients' houses, and that's how they do their treatments. So some easy treatments when you don't need a lot of equipment, injectables, basic facials, massages and stuff. So that's another way of doing it. Again, the possibilities are limitless, especially in New York, and I'm sure in other states there's less competition and there's more people that getting interested into the services. So you definitely would be successful once you start. What is the income potential? That's another question that a lot of students ask. And average salary for aesthetic nurses, approximately 140 to 150,000 a year for aesthetic nurse injector. For NP injectors, a little bit higher, could be 200, 250 and higher per year, thousands. For esthetician, they start an average at 6,000 a month and then goes up to 80,000 to 100,000 a year, depending on where you work and what commission structure you have. So income potential is pretty decent, and people live comfortable life. You could, if you are working privately for yourself, then you could set your own schedule and come up with whatever situations or scheduling or location that you would like to choose. So if you have a strong business sense and would like to do it solo, there is even higher potential than what it is. And I will go over to show you average pricing for the services to give you an idea what income potential could be. So if and I kind of choose the three most common states that popular with the services. So for estheticians, average price for facial, depending on the area you are, around $200, $250. Illinois and California a little bit less. Your consumer's cost or spend cost for supplies on this procedure, even if you use the most expensive products, it's about $50. So an hour treatment, and you make roughly $100, $150 an hour. That's exceptional. It's a very good income potential. For injectables, on average, Botox clients, they spend about $400 per single session, depending how areas we're treating, and you get approximately 50% of that cost. So $200 in 20-minute procedure. That's also pretty good income, much more than you get paid as a nurse when you work in a regular hospital or NP or PA. For chemical peels, it's even better. It's a 10 to 15 to 20-minute procedure, average 200 and higher. Cost, the chemical peel is less than $50. So again, in 20 minutes, you're making $150. That's a very good income potential in that respect as well. And we go with filler even higher. So as you could see, the price structure and spend on the cost of the treatment, almost 50% markup for most of these procedures, if not more. So by providing an hour, 20 minutes, 30-minute procedures, you could definitely make much more money than what you do when you work in an employment center or in a hospital setting or clinics and everything else. A lot of my nurses or our students, if they work already at the bedside, they don't leave their bedside jobs. They stay there, just do it on the side, on weekends, on the days off, and they're happy with that kind of arrangement, and that's what they do. A lot of my students, once the practice is picked up, they left the bedside and they do it full time. Nowadays, they do this procedures and the services full time, and they basically solo practitioners and business owners. So different options available, and that's something for you to look into and to decide. Can you start your own spa or clinic? Yes, you definitely can. At least in New York State, a esthetician could own her own spa. A medical professional could start their own medical practice, medical clinic, rent a room, open a clinic, get an office space. I have two of my injectors that actually purchased a building and opened their own spa. So potential is there. And it's up to you how far and how big you will go. Again, ambition is a good thing if it's done correctly. As I mentioned, I was renting just one small room in GYN office. In a year after I started, I moved out and I was renting at the time 2 to 3 rooms in another office space. And then in 3 years, I was able to partner and get a whole floor for ourselves. And that's where right now rebalances our clinic. We have a whole floor for us. So potential is there. Again, it's all up to you. How far would you like to go? And it's definitely doable. Do I need a medical provider? If you're an esthetician and you would like to offer a medical treatment, which is microneedling or chemical peel, a higher percentage, then you would need a medical provider. Those treatments are done under medical supervision. If you are offering basic skincare treatments, then in New York State, at least, you don't need a medical provider. In some other states, the rules and regulations are different, but that's for a esthetician. For medical practitioners, RN would need a medical doctor as a supervising doctor, that's for sure. And we do work with a few companies that provide that service. So I could definitely share that information and refer you if you ever need a medical doctor to cover, then those services are available. As a nurse practitioner, if you have more than 36 hours of training, 3,600 hours, then you need just a collaborative relationship agreement. If you're a new nurse practitioner, you would need a collaborative physician to work with you. And we have a company that actually provides those services too. They find you collaborative physician in all the states. In New York and other states as well. So that's something that we could also help you with finding a medical provider or collaborative physician. That's also something that could be done and it's available. Okay. What certification and licenses required depends on what treatments are you providing. For skincare treatments, for all the aesthetic skincare treatments, at least in New York, you need to have a licensed esthetician to be able legally provide this treatment. For injectables, in New York, you have to have at least RN and PPA or MD. Some dentists could do some of the injectables as well. Some other states, for example, I think Texas, esthetician could provide injectable treatments as well. So you need to find out in your state, you could call state board and find out what is your scope of practice in the state that you are from. And this is from New York State Board of Education. So medical injectables are considered practice of medicine, and you have to diagnose, treat, and provide treatment for the patient that's coming in, even though it's for Botox and fillers or any other injectable treatment. So it is MD, dentist, RNs, NPs, and physician assistants. LPNs are allowed to do certain procedures, but not all injectables in New York. Some other states, LPNs could do injectables too. Again, if you are not from New York, you will definitely need to call your state board and find out what is your scope of practice. And estheticians, they do have their own scope of practice too. For New York State, estheticians are allowed to do even laser procedures. I know in New Jersey, estheticians are not allowed to do laser procedures. You have to have at least an RN license to be able to do it. So you will need to definitely find out that information before you decide to train in any procedures that might not be within the scope of your practice. Malpractice coverage, another common questions that a lot of our students ask. Yes, you do need a malpractice coverage, regardless if you're an esthetician or if you're a medical provider. I highly recommend to get a malpractice coverage. There's more and more people nowadays are litigating, and it's not a cheap, unfortunately, experience. And when client decides to litigate, there's nothing that you could do to stop them. And malpractice helps you to cover the cost of attorneys, to cover the cost of finding information, and they are a great help. We recently had a claim patient. I don't know why she decided to do it. She had, I think it was a chemical peel procedure. She did three different procedures. Everything was fine. Patient was okay. Procedure worked beautifully. We got great results. A year later, we received a notice from her attorney that she submitted case to court claiming different things which were not true. And when I called our attorney and I said to her, like, that's what it is. We don't know what's going on. Patient never complained, never come back to us. There was no complications when we did the procedure, and it was over a year ago. And she's like, Natalia, call your malpractice. They would be able to help you. So I called malpractice. They went over the case with me. They represented me. We sent obviously, nothing that was written in that claim was true because there was no reaction or anything else. So we disputed all the claims that she listed in the file, in the complaint that she filed. And the case got dismissed last month, actually a year later, because she didn't reply back since we dismissed everything, and she didn't have, I guess, she didn't have any evidence to prove that something was wrong. And the case got dismissed. But unfortunately, my malpractice went up a little bit because it's a documented case, which is fine. But at least I could sleep peacefully at night knowing that I will have, and they were very helpful. And when I spoke to an attorney, I was like, how is it possible? She doesn't have any proof and she's filing a claim without even requesting copy of the chart. And his answer have been, Natalia, there's a lot of people that are doing it right now because a lot of practices, they don't bother with disputing it. They just settle on small amount and that's what these people are looking for. Well, I said, since I haven't done anything wrong, I'm not planning to settle or anything. I would like them to show me proof that we did something wrong. So the case got dismissed, thank God, and nothing else happened, but just having the peace of mind that something is there for me to support me if things like this happen, it's all very helpful that I could sleep peacefully at night. So I recommend to get a malpractice coverage for both medical aesthetics and for estheticians. Different quotes available based on the treatments that you provide. And the price-wise, they range for esthetician from $200 to $300 a year. And for medical providers, up to $1,500 a year. Might be more, might be less, depending on the policy that you're looking for. But definitely look into occurrence policy. Occurrence policy usually based on what happened, and it covers you, I believe, up to 7 years after the incident. So ask your insurance provider if that's what they have and look at different options that they offer and choose the one that has the highest coverage because some of those fees could be enormous because process could be a long one, and every time when you speak to the attorney, you have to pay them. And as I said, malpractice will cover a certain amount during a case period, so you need to discuss it with them before you sign the contract. Okay. Steps to successful journey. We'll share some tips that you could do if you're already in that field, if you already got trained, but you don't know where to go, how to start then there are certain tips that I will be sharing with you. And this is based on the most common questions that we receive from our students and from our graduates. So certain things that come up more often than others. Obviously, every journey is different and everybody will have a different question. And we usually stay in touch with our students. We have our WhatsApp group where we communicate and share information, share our experiences. But this is the most common one, and I will answer them and hopefully will help you and guide you in a certain direction. So, question number one, where do I get clients? Probably the most important questions. You get all this training and then you're sitting there and there's no clients coming through your door. What can you do? Different ways to start. And again, some of it is what we have done, some of it is what our students have done. If you're getting into solo practice, you need to learn how to, what would be the best word? Probably to hustle. That's what they call it. You would need to be an advertisement to yourself. If you're a solo practitioner, social media would be your number one friend and enemy. I hate social media, but unfortunately I have to be. For those of you who follow our Instagram, you probably see my videos. I don't like doing them, but that's something where most people are nowadays. They would like to see you in action. They would like to know you. And your social media could either make you as a provider practitioner or break you. It has to be done correctly. And you start with your social media, offering complementary treatments. We started by offering, because we were trying to get before and after pictures, we were trying to practice a little bit, and that's what we do for our students as well. We get a lot of models coming in and that pay only cost of the products for different treatments to try. And I never thought of it from that perspective when we started the school, but a lot of our followers and a lot of our models became our clients for the clinic. That was not an intention. We were just getting models for our students to practice on, but I guess they believed in us. They saw the results. They saw the care that we provided, and a lot of our models transferred. And already our patients and clients for the past 2, 3 years, they keep coming back. They enjoyed the experience. So that's one way of for you doing it as well. Put a model call, get people through the door, offer it at the price, whatever price you would like to come up with to practice. And if you develop a good relationship with them, they will come back and they will become your permanent clients. So definitely something that worked before. We tried it, and a lot of our students, that's how they got their books filled, and they got booked with the clients. Bring a friend referral network. A lot of our clients, once they see great experience, they refer their friends, and then we give them either a gift card. It's up to you what you would like to offer them, but we do offer them some kind of incentive, either a gift card, a discount on a service, a gift in the skincare, whatever it is. And a lot of them, if they're happy with your place, if they're happy with your treatments and see good results, they will refer their friends to you, their relatives. And I have a couple of patients, almost half of their neighborhood already is in our office. They keep talking about us, and they're like my brand ambassadors unofficially, even though I never asked it, but they really like us and respect us. So they do it from the bottom of their heart, which is we're very grateful for them. It's a nice thing to hear about you, that people like you and refer someone else to see you. Treatment packages, instead of offering single treatments, we usually, and a lot of these procedures, you don't see good results only by doing one treatment, right? So we do offer them in a package format. For example, microneedling. You see some basic results from the first treatment. You see great results if patient does 3 to 6 treatments. So we offer them package. Once patient buys a package, they're already prepaid, they will continue to come back. If they have done one treatment, like the results, did not like results, whatever the story is, they could always go somewhere else because they're not vested to come back. They don't have anything that's holding, unless it's someone that hops from, sometimes there's a certain group of people, they just looking for deals, and they go each month or every other month, they go to a place that's offering the best deals. They're not your best customers, even though we were able to convert some of those price hoppers to become our customers as well. Because they saw results, they saw good customer care, good treatments, and they stayed. They said that we're not going to be hopping from one place to another. I think we found our place here. So that's another way of doing it. Networking is another way. um, working with other vendors that are in the same industry but might not be necessarily doing the same things that you do. For example, a lot of my STs, they work with makeup artists, they work with hair salons to send patients, or with permanent makeup artists, send patients back and forth. Works fairly well. When I started my practice, I hired an esthetician that used to work across the street in a regular spa. So she was able to bring her spa clients for our medical treatments, for medical injectables, aesthetic, and laser treatments. So that was another way. So networking is still, business to business marketing still there, still works. And you would need to let people know that you exist. People are not sitting there and guessing where you are. You would need to reach out to them and let them know that you're there. Using technology to help you, that's another thing that's in with AI technology, with everything that's available right now. It's amazing how easy it is to function as compared when I started 10 years ago. ChatGPT is my best friend right now. We argue with ChatGPT, we love each other, we laugh, we send jokes to each other, but it's my best helper, my unofficial virtual assistant, because it helps me to write uh, help me to write my articles. I publish a lot in different places. It helps me to come up with schedules. Like, it helps me to create a lot of things that I used to do hand by a couple of years ago. So I'm glad that whoever come up with it, God bless that person, it is helpful. What can you do technology-wise in your practice? Booking system. Find a system that Fresha is one of them. It has free options as well, very minimal, but it's not that costly. It's like $20 to $30 per, I think, provider. A great system. People could book themselves. You could actually charge deposits. You could do marketing. You could do email blasts from there. You could do text message. There's a lot of functions. So get the free version when you're just starting out, just to get bookings through the door. And then once you expand, you could upgrade and pay a little bit of a fee to include all the marketing into it, because that's how you keep clients coming back. So booking system is very important. Client management, that's a CRM system when you could reach out to clients, send automatic blast emails, and you would need to do it to keep clients engaged. Those are the marketing tips. So definitely need to have some kind of platform, preferably if it does one at all. As I said, Fresha has that option that we could send messages. There's some other CRM systems that you could look into, but it will help you to maintain the flow, will help you to re-engage the leads. So definitely something worthwhile to invest into. And there's some options that are more or less on the cheaper side and affordable when you're just starting out. Treatment tracking. Comparison of before and afters. We do have an iPad in each room where we take pictures of the patient, and then we store it in either a HIPAA regulated iCloud or in our electronic medical system. This way we have progression, we have before and afters, and with our models, that's how we get our before and afters to post on social media. We get their permission, and it helps us to bring clientele, because a lot of clients nowadays, they want to see results. And if you don't have anything on your social media showing the results, then the trust factor is not there. So definitely something that you could look into. A signature services, coming up with the menu. You could start with the basic things and then advance it and expand it as you learn new techniques. But majority of people, the most common treatments for medical practitioners, that's Botox and fillers and PRP. Those are usually the three courses that we offer as beginners course, because they are the most common ones. And for estheticians, simple things as doing facials, chemical peels, massages, that's more than enough to start a practice. And then you could always expand, add other treatments like microneedling, dermaplaning, advanced chemical peels. And then if you have enough clientele to invest into technology, we're talking about the laser machines, then that's something that's available as well. So look into it as a simple operation first when you start, and then you could always extend. So come up with the menu that's interesting. You could ask ChatGPT to come up with interesting names and description for your services. This definitely very helpful. So use it. And what you offer depends on you, on the neighborhood that you're in. What is your client base, the skin type, and everything else. So it will help you to guide what services and procedures should be on your top list menu, and the ones that you could offer on the side just for special clients. Client retention, that's another one. You spend a lot of money and effort on marketing, but if clients that come in, they do not stay, that's usually not a good business model, and that's something that a lot of newbies struggle with. A lot of things take into place. It could be location, it could be the experience that they had, it could be expectation that wasn't managed properly, why clients do not come back. A lot of little details sometimes make that experience memorable to the patients, and things that you could do to make it more comfortable for the patient and so they come back. Offer little things that nobody else offers. At the beginning, what I have done when we started, I used my office manager and my receptionist. They were my secret shoppers. So I had to pay for them to get different treatments in different places and see what they like and didn't like. And obviously, I was a secret shopper many times myself to see the experience, the flow of the work, and to see what I like and didn't like about experience. And that's how I was able to build my own practice. And obviously, we're constantly improving and changing things around based on the feedback that we get from our clients. So we usually do different surveys and reviews and kind of see what they like and they didn't like. And we always try to improve and change. So that's something that you could also implement. Loyalty programs, point system for people to come back, gift vouchers, that's another one. Referral program, I already mentioned, when they refer their friends. Educational approach. People nowadays would like to go to someone that has the knowledge and expertise. As I mentioned before, a lot of our models that became our clients, or sometimes we get clients that come in, never been our model, but they come in from our school Instagram saying, oh, and we usually ask them, how did you find this? Oh, I've been following your Instagram for a while and watching your videos. I was like, which Instagram? And it's like school Instagram. And they coming in as clients, even though they're not in the medical field. But I guess the trust that we develop by sharing our expertise make it worthwhile for them to give us a try. So educational contest right now, that's what people are looking for. So whenever you do a social media, I used to do lunch and learns, don't have time for it right now, but that's something else that you could do. Lunch and learns in different places, talking about skincare if you are an esthetician, talking about different topics if you're in the medical profession. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to come up with the whole course as a training. A lot of people, they don't know basic things, how to choose an SPF if you're an esthetician, what product to look for, because you go to Sephora, you get lost with the amount of products that they have. Some basic skincare routine that people could do at home, they don't have that information, and they're looking up to professionals like you to learn it and do the right thing. So the expertise is something that's what people are looking for nowadays. And if you're offering it, that's a big plus to you for people to build trust with you and come back and see you as a professional for your services. Retail, a lot of people underestimate the power of retail offering skincare products. I know it's common in aesthetic fields for estheticians, but more and more people in medical field offering skincare too. We have combined practice when we do skincare for services and medical services, but all our clients, doesn't matter if they come in for Botox, for fillers, for weight loss, we usually do a full skin consultation and offer them skincare regimen. Sometimes it's just a free consultation, but that's to start the conversation going. And you would be surprised. They're coming in for weight loss. It's like, oh, nobody told me that my weight gain is related to my hormones and I have acne because I have PCOS. And we kind of start that conversation with the weight loss. But then if I see patient is having a lot of acne breakouts, they having hair loss and other issues, we address it as well. And we provide them with the regimen to take home. And they're actually very grateful, because nobody addressed it with them before, and they tried different products. Nothing worked because the products either were not correct products for them or were not selected correctly. So you definitely could increase your income and help people at the same time by offering them retail products. And it could be, depending which field you are, it could be skincare products, could be vitamins, it could be diet tips, and there's a lot of other things that could be offered on the retail side. Extra income, and at the same time builds trust and help patients to get better for whatever treatment you're offering them or whatever condition. Marketing, I mentioned some of it. Before and after pictures, that's a good marketing tool for you. Networking with, as I mentioned, makeup artists, hairstylists, with local stores in your neighborhood. You could speak to one of my clients. And actually, when I started, my husband owns a supermarket. So I put advertising material in his supermarket. And believe it or not, people were coming in from the supermarket. They went to shopping. While they're shopping, they see they have a TV screen. So my ads are and my explanations are on the TV screen. There's some banners that I placed. Yeah, people came in. You would think this is totally different field, has nothing to do with aesthetics, but remember, your clients are everywhere. They're not only in aesthetic field, they do shopping, they go to movies, they do go to grocery stores. So opportunity to meet and greet them is everywhere. It's just for you to be creative and getting into that strategic networking where both sides will benefit. And a lot of my hair loss clients, they come from the hair salons and barbershop that I partner with. Because who notices patients having hair loss? It's first their hairstylist or barber. So we have a great referral network with hairstylists and hair salons. Now, bridging the gap in education with the practice, that's the common concern that we see with our students. They come to us because they have been trained, they got all the theory, but no hands-on or barely any hands-on experience. They're lost. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to go. They don't have any experience. Nobody hires them without experience. So a lot of us, new graduates, they get discouraged. They get discouraged that they're not capable of achieving their dream. Now that they spend so much time and money on getting education, they don't know where to go. And that's how because when we just opened the school, we used to offer only 1 or 2 day courses as an advanced course for CME credits. And then more and more students were asking us, like, can we come and visit your clinic and shadow you? Can we come and do an internship with you? Can we do this? So the need came from our students' demand. And we basically, what we did, we come up with internship programs to help our students to get that hands-on experience that you cannot get in educational places, right? When you go to aesthetic schools, there's a limited amount of experience that you get because most of them, they don't have clinics. Some schools they do, but majority of them do not. You practice on mannequins, maybe on each other, but the real life experience you get only when you work in actual settings, right? So we come up with our internship program for both. We have for estheticians and for medical providers. And we have an approach where people get some theory and get hands-on experience from day one. When students come in, we work with real clients, with real models for them to learn whatever skill they came to learn, either medical aesthetics or esthetician skills, skincare treatments. And our programs, I train most of the students, and on the aesthetic side, we have estheticians who train our aesthetic students as well. What do we have for esthetician? 1 day courses. We also offer online courses on chemical peels, dermaplaning, microneedling, advanced acne certification, different skincare treatments, over 30 skincare treatments. We have carboxyfacial, we have a laser, different advanced technology treatments. So everything that's more or less available right now under the sun in aesthetic field for esthetician, we perform almost all the treatments, and we train on body treatments, on skincare. We do back facials, we do intimate bleaching, intimate treatments. So you name it, everything that's almost everything that's there, we trained, and students get different experience based on the needs that they have. Someone that already has an experience just wants to expand their menu and offer more treatments. They come usually for 1 day training or take our online courses. For people that would like to have more hands-on experience, they come in and they new graduates or just recently got their CME courses, then they do internship, and I will talk about internship a little bit later. Injectable courses, we have all the courses, like 1 day courses, that's for toxin fillers, PDO tread lips, PRP, intimate rejuvenation, weight loss, IV drips, almost, and all of them are CME certified courses. So almost all the services that we offer in our clinic, we offer training courses as well. I've done all of this treatments for over 10 years now. So, and I developed some of the training programs for other medical institutions for this treatment, put the protocols together. So kind of have a lot of experience to share from perspective of a practitioner and at the same time from educational perspective because I've done both. So the students really get a lot of theory and hands-on experience when they come to our classes. Our one-day training, they could get up to 10 patients when they inject for particular treatment that they are training for. So you basically leave a class fully comfortable and able to inject or do whatever needs to be done. Same goes for estheticians as well. And for people who would like to stay and do more just than one-day training, we do offer internship program when students stay with us and they shadow in our clinic, and that's for a esthetician, a separate program, and for medical practitioners as well. They shadow me or our esthetician, and we also add models in between the days when they're there and between our clients, so they see how we work with clients, and at the same time they have an opportunity to inject on the models that we put on the schedule. They're welcome to bring their own models for whatever treatments, and they basically get a real life experience, which is 360-degree on how the office is run, what kind of marketing we do, front desk operation, checking in and checking out, doing actual procedures, consultation, how to talk to the client, how to deal with difficult clients, because on a daily basis, when you have day-to-day operation, you see people from different walks of life, and how do you deal with there is a complaint from the patients. Lucky us, we don't get that many complaints, but how to meet expectation of the client. So really like a 360-degree experience, what it will look like when you are in that field. And who is the training for? New graduate estheticians for internship, experienced estheticians that planning to advance and increase their list of services that they provide for our advanced courses, medical professional that are just starting. I have just yesterday, the last 2 days were my new beginners training for injectables. My new injector babies finished their 2-day training. And that's for new ones. Or I get for next week, we have advanced courses for lip fillers, for biostimulators, for pediatrics. That's for people that already have experience in injectables but would like to learn new techniques. We offer that too. And for internship, as I said, it could be someone who's new or someone who have some kind of experience, want to train more. We have different options available. How are we different? Probably by me giving a lot of theory and teaching people how to understand the concept of why things are done. I feel because I was trained myself over 10 years ago, and what was lacking in my education, which made me very frustrated, things were not explained to me. And I'm the type of person, don't tell me how many units of Botox to inject in this particular spot. Explain to me why am I injecting it into that particular muscle, or what will happen if I miss that muscle. So for me, I would like to understand the concept, because if it's a different patient and different muscle anatomy, I might miss completely if I follow the same cookie cutter approach that you're injecting only into these injection points, and that's the dosage you're injecting. I go in a lot of theory for both our injectors and our estheticians, why microneedling is done, who is it for, why you shouldn't be doing it, how deep you go on this patient versus this patient. So it's a very in-depth information that we usually share on theoretical part and on a clinical side as well. We have a wide range of clientele, different skin type, different age groups. So you kind of get an experience to see every walks of life, with different skin conditions, different ages, different needs, different treatments provided. So a lot of our students, they leave and they're ready to start to practice on their own. So definitely something that's at least the feedback that we get from our students. What's offered in the internships? It's a whole long list. In estheticians, we offer monthly internship. For estheticians, they come into the clinic. We set different schedule based on your schedule. It's very flexible. If you can't finish it in 1 month, we could do it on different schedule time. That's totally okay. And the same from injectors as well, because we know people are working. So people come in once a week, twice a week, whatever the schedule affords them. And we try to cover as much as we can. As I said, you see approximately 10 to 15 clients a day, different varieties for different treatments. So you get enough experience. Even if you come once a week, that's it's already 40 clients that you work on. That's more than enough to learn different skills to begin. And a lot of people, they come for more. So on aesthetic side, all the facial skincare treatments, body treatments, technology, body wraps. We also discuss marketing strategies, client management. We offer and share our vendor list with our students as well, all the reps and vendors, where to get best supplies, best pricing. A lot of our students, we have groups where we order in bulk so we could get better discounts. We partner together. So a lot of support even after you finish your internship is there to help you to move along, because things come up in life as you start your own practice, maybe that were not covered or just didn't happen while you were with us. So we follow and we have that support afterward as well. And for my aesthetic injectables, we also have our WhatsApp group where we share our experience. If somebody has a question, support each other. I'm lucky to have, I'm proud of all of our graduates. We have exceptional people as our graduates, very supportive to each other. And when we're in a group and someone asks a question and I'm not able to answer that question on time because I'm busy, all the students that have more experience, they basically jump in and start giving advice, especially if somebody's having an emergency or a complicated case or something went wrong. I'm grateful that our students are supportive of each other. So it makes me proud that we train the best, and that's the best students that we get. So definitely something that we proud of, and we would like to invite you to join our community and be part of that group as well. Bonuses that I promised. So we have different bonuses for aesthetic internship. For people that are willing to sign up to take our courses, you have different vouchers that are available, and Bianca would be able to explain to you more. We just shared the link to schedule a consultation with Bianca. She's our training coordinator that could discuss more with you if you have any specific questions, any personal questions that you would like to ask, different packages that were available for different programs and things like that. So you have an opportunity to get up to $1,000 voucher for our trainings. And you will have an opportunity to win a free course either on advanced microneedling, dermaplaning, or chemical peel. So definitely schedule your call. That option is available too. For my medical providers, our vouchers even higher. You have an opportunity if you schedule a call and discuss it with Bianca based on your situation. We do have different options available right now on bundling the courses. We have vouchers that you could use toward your internship packages, and kind of with the summer coming up, we offering and rolling out new programs as well. So definitely, if you're interested, reach out to us. And Bianca is usually very good at answering all the questions and guiding you in the right direction. If you don't know yet where to start, she will help you to guide you which courses to take first, because we do offer a lot of courses. So definitely something that you could schedule yourself for. And booking consultation. If you're interested already to start, we have QR codes for you to leave a deposit and sign up for our courses. Our courses, we have them listed on our website. We have courses that Bianca could schedule you in once you schedule the call. So definitely do so. And now, as I promised, I will do a chemical peel demonstration. So stay with us. Would be interesting. Before I demonstrate, I will briefly go over chemical peel treatment itself. For those of you who might not know it in details, just going to give a brief overview. It's a very popular treatment. It could be done by esthetician and medical providers. A lot of my injectors, they provide chemical peels to their clients, injectable clients as well, because we might remove the wrinkles with Botox and fillers. But if person has a lot of pigmentation and acne scars, the results that you get from just doing injectables might not be the same as results you will get. Imagine you remove all the wrinkles, plus you improve the skin texture, remove all the pigmentation and acne scar. It's totally different person. So you will get better results. Patient would be happier. And when their family members, their friends see the transformation, trust me, they will be coming in and knocking your door because they want to look that great as well. So what are chemical peels for? Stimulate epidermal growth. You're basically removing dead cells. And by removing dead cells, two things that happen. You're removing dead cells that are old, that make the skin dull, and you making the newer skin more visible on the surface. And at the same time, you're increasing skin cell turnover. So new cell will grow faster and better. So you're rejuvenating basically the skin texture, and new cells are growing. So you're improving the appearance of the skin as well. Okay, classification of chemical peels. We have superficials. Most estheticians without medical provider, they could perform superficial peels. If you work as an esthetician in a medical setting, that under medical supervision, you could provide medical depth, medium depth, and deep peels as well. So it all depends on where is your location, where you're working right now. Different type of peeling agents. We have enzyme peels that are usually fruit-based or vegetable-based or lactic acid-based, or one of the ingredients that based on enzymes. Glycolic acid, lactic acids, different type of acids that's available. A Jessner solution that's more advanced combination of different peels together. And then phenol peels, they're medical grade peels that are done by medical providers. They're very deep peels and have a lot of downtime, but those are availabilities based on the scope of your practice. And what is a chemical peel? Chemical peel is a type of acid, and this is the scale that we have. And the lower the number on that scale, because our skin pH is around, or the water that we drink, around 7. So lower you go down that scale, 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, the lower it is, the higher concentration, more acidic the peel would be. So what does it mean? More damage to the skin surface. If it's more acidic, more damage will happen. Why is it important to know? Because that's how you choose the right peel for the right patient. And obviously, percentage of that acidity also included. You could have a glycolic peel that might be 5 to 10%, might be up to 30%, right? So the percentage and acidity of the peel usually listed by manufacturer on the product when you purchase it. So you don't have to guess. You just need to know how to choose the appropriate chemical peel for which patient, for which skin type, how to perform the treatment, and how do you follow up with that patient? What is the home care routine for that patient once the chemical peel treatment is done? Contraindications. Pregnancy and breastfeeding, majority of aesthetic services are not allowed to be performed on a pregnant patient or breastfeeding, especially chemical peels. They do get absorbed. They do a transfer through placenta and breast milk, so usually not recommended. Patients that have allergies to different acids, you have to be careful. Patients with rosacea, open acne lesion or skin lesions, active infection, you don't do any chemical peels, let the infection subside. If patient is taking Accutanes or retinols, you might need, if you're an esthetician, you might need to ask them to bring a treatment note, a clearance note from the medical provider that it's okay. Anybody that's having active herpes outbreak right now, we usually wait for it to go away because you could spread that herpes infection for the rest of the face. Dermatitis, psoriasis, any of the skin condition, and we usually discuss it more when we train esthetician in our chemical peel courses. It's a full day training usually, and we go over different type of peels, what type, and then we practice it on different models as well, and you kind of get a whole experience on who is it for, how to do it, what not to do, who is not a candidate for this procedure. So have to basically know all the details. It's more complicated, just the basic slide that I'm going through. So today I will be showing you a chemical peel that's getting lately more and more popular. It's self-neutralizing chemical peel. What does it mean, self-neutralizing? Most chemical peels, once you apply them, they do the chemical reaction that's going on once the peel is on the skin, and then you need to apply neutralizing solution and wash off that peel so there's no continuous damage to the skin. Lately, the new technology is to use self-neutralizing peel. You apply chemical peel to the skin, then you apply an activator and neutralize, and patient will go home with the peel on their face, and you just give them a protocol of what to do with that face 3 hours later, 4 hours later, the next day, depending what peel it is. So you don't have to neutralize it in the office. It's a long, how should I say it, prolonged action peel that takes time to work. And they're the ones that are getting more and more popular because they penetrate the skin. They do not cause as much damage and downtime, but you see better effect because the peel is on the skin longer, and some of them use liposomal technology, so penetration is pretty great. And patients see better result with less downtime, basically. And that's what we all want. Nobody wants to have a downtime. Nowadays, we're all busy. We don't want to be staying home and peeling like this young lady is peeling, right? So let's take a quick video. Let me show you the process. Chemical peels use acid solutions to remove damaged layers of the skin and are used to treat fine lines, uneven pigmentation, and mild acne scarring. Step 1. Perform a consultation with a client. Step 2. Thoroughly cleanse the skin with non-abrasive cleanser. Rinse completely with room temperature water and pat dry with a clean towel. Step 3. Barrier protection. Protect sensitive areas by applying a petroleum jelly to the corners of the eyes, nostrils, and lips. Step 4. Degreasing. Apply a degreasing solution, allow to dry completely. This step ensures even penetration of the peel solution. Step 5. Peel application. Pour a small amount of solution into a glass dish. Using a fan brush, apply the solution evenly in quick, even stroke. Start timing immediately after application. Step 6. Neutralization. This is a demonstration of the self-neutralizing take-home peel. After applying the base peel solution, it is followed immediately with the activator, which initiates the controlled release. The peel remains active for 4 to 8 hours and would need to be washed off by the client at home after the appropriate time elapses. Final step. Following these protocols will help ensure safe, effective treatments and satisfied clients. Remember that additional training and certification may be required in your area before performing chemical peels. Okay, chemical peels. Oops. Chemical peel. Okay, so this is a chemical peel demo. Again, to learn more and get more advanced skill, obviously you need to come a full day training, but just to give you an idea how easy that treatment is, how quickly it could be done in less than 15 minutes. And price-wise, that the treatment costs, depending on what type of peel we're using, 150, 200, 250. VI peel, it's 350 and up. So 10, 15-minute procedure and good revenue base. And usually cost per chemical peel about $20. VI peel, it's $83 for one treatment, but the majority of peels, it's much less. So you're basically earning enough income by doing a 15 to 20-minute procedure, and you're offering a treatment that gives great results for the patients. This is our graduates, just some of them, as I mentioned, we already graduated probably 500 people, if not more. I need to go back and do the count. Some of the reviews, just quickly to show you what our students say.
Here at ITF Academy, I've been taking classes here. I did my Botox and fillers courses here, and now I just got my microneedling certification. I will continue to be coming back from all my certifications because I really, really appreciate Dr. Natalia and Lithia. I'm not sure if I said it right, but I really appreciate them. They don't make you feel silly for asking questions. They are willing to help you guys. You could text, call them. They give you their number. Anything you want to ask and you want to learn, I would recommend coming here for it all because I am. So.
Yeah, that's Gigi. She was my student. She's been my student for the past 2 years, taking all the courses that I'm offering, and she's a sweetheart. We actually have.
My name is Rigal Rahman. I'm from Bangladesh.
He came.
Today I'm staying here. The building name is the ITS Academy. So I got the information about ITS Academy through one of my doctor friend who is living in Europe. So last 2 days, I learned lots of things from ITS Academy, and here in front of me, Natalia and Dr. Natalia and Lillian, right?
Right,
Well, this is a very hard name for me. So I had a very good experience here. So who is interested regarding this beauty industry and the beauty service regarding peeling, microneedling, and you also have the Botox service, right?
Yes.
So you can join here because here educational system and the educator, everything excellent in one word. So thank you.
Yeah, he came all the way from Bangladesh to study with us. We do get international students coming in as well. We have students from Dubai, we had students from India coming in, from Canada. So it's something that we more or less, our certifications are international certifications. So could be,
My name is Joy Galaman.
how do I go to the next?
A wonderful class. We learned so much on German. ITS Academy.
Hey. How do
Hi,
I go?
so I'm here at ITS.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so this, again, if you're interested, you could book your call, but meanwhile, I will start answering your questions because I saw some questions coming in the chat. So let me get you some of the information and some of the links we posted in the chat as well. Do I need to have... I'm reading some of the questions. Can an esthetician open her practice? And I think I answered already that question. Yes, you can. And as an esthetician, you could open a spa. And you could actually have some of the estheticians hiring injectors to work in their spa as well. You just need to, and I could share our attorney's information. You could speak to her and she would be able to help you to figure out how the structure needs to be properly set up and conducted because it's a different type of structure that needs to be officially documented for you to be able to do that. Oh, I have students from other state as well. Can I explain what an aesthetic nurse is? Aesthetic nurse is someone who has an RN license or NP license, but also trained to perform aesthetic treatments such as aesthetic injectables. A lot of our nurses, they do get trained in esthetician classes as well, because as a nurse in New York State, you are able to perform esthetician services as well. So this way, they're able to offer their clients skincare treatments, offer their clients microneedling, chemical peels, and other services as well as injectable services. So definitely something that could be done. And some other questions that we have here. Do I need to have a phlebotomy license? If you are a nurse or RN or a nurse practitioner, then no phlebotomy license are required. For estheticians, some of our estheticians taking phlebotomy courses, so you might need to take a phlebotomy course if you would like to work in a medical spa. A lot of times it's a plus because they rotate their estheticians, and estheticians help to, and that's what we usually train our estheticians during internship too. Our students, they practice with me as well. So we teach them how to assist a dermatologist, a plastic surgeon, or another medical provider in aesthetic treatments as well. A lot of my estheticians, they assist me, they know how to do it. And a lot of offices, when they're looking for estheticians, they reach out to us and it's like, so do you have a good graduate? And we send them our graduates because they know those graduates, they get trained not only how to perform aesthetic treatments, but also how to assist in medical aesthetic procedures. So it's definitely a plus. And if you know phlebotomy, that's even more plus for you to put on the resume. So you could get more job opportunities, and job placements would be a little bit easier for you. So definitely something that you could do. For other questions would be, how do I get started? Definitely reach out to us and we could give you more information. do I need to have, another question is, do I need to be certified already in Botox and fillers to do the internship? No, you don't have to, because we do provide beginners training for Botox and fillers. And what I usually do, I prefer people that come in for internship. I actually offer them, if they've been trained somewhere else, I offer them to take our theory courses, because I noticed that people that have not taken our theory courses, they might not know enough to do the practical hands-on. So just this 2 past days, I had 4 nurses that came in for beginners Botox and fillers, and they've been trained somewhere else, and they're glad that they come in, because the second and the hands-on was much easier. They said if I would have come in for hands-on straight, I wouldn't have known what to do, because they didn't have basic theory, and that's something that we recommend patients do. So if you have a certification from somewhere else, feel free to reach out to us. That's okay. I will offer you the theory portion if you're taking an internship included in it. You don't have to pay separately for that, but I feel, yeah, we'll get so much valuable information out of it, then your practical side would be much easier. For esthetician, same thing. You need to have an esthetician license, or at least an education. We do prepare to take the state board exam for estheticians as well, for practical and for written. So if you didn't take your board exam, you need help, reach out to us as well. Would be help you to do that. And you could come in as a new graduate esthetician for our internship program without any additional certification, and we will get trained on all the services that we provide. So definitely something that could be done. I'm in another state. How can I do that? We have people coming in, and we do boot camps. So I have patients coming in. Let's say recently we had where she was from Texas. So she came and she stayed with us for a week. She did the dual internship for injectors and aesthetic services. So she spent a week and a half, actually 10 days she was with us, and she got all the trainings that we usually offer within the 10 days. We did all the injectable trainings. She did the lip course. She did the Botox fillers course. She took microneedling course, chemical peel course. So everything that we usually offer, we did an express training for her within a week, 10 days. She was able to get all the classes, and she went back to Texas and already has her own medical spa, and she's working and referring her other Texas friends to come and see us to get trained as well. So definitely something that could be done. So if you're out of other state, that's doable. We have plenty of hotels in our area, different budget from 50,000 a night with Plaza Hotel across from us to $100 a night, some other hotels. So it's doable, it's affordable. Definitely something that you could do if you're willing to travel. If someone is in New Jersey, you would need to, if it's a question in regards what you're allowed to do, New Jersey rules are a little bit different. With esthetician license in New Jersey, you're not allowed to do injectables. I just spoke to the student this morning, but you could take advanced aesthetic courses that we offer. You just need to find out with your state board if you're allowed to perform those treatments in your state. You could do the training. The problem would be, are you allowed to practice that skill that you learned? Because our trainings, as I said, our trainings are international. We have students coming in from other countries even doing it, but we cannot guarantee that you could perform the training or that you have taken, performed that procedure in your practice. So you would need to find out with your state board if you're allowed to do it. So taking training is not a problem, but if you're legally not allowed to do that service in your state, then we're doing a disservice for you, teaching you how to do that course. So we usually try not to take clients, but it's up to you. A lot of our estheticians from New Jersey, they get trained and then they work part-time in New York performing services that they're not allowed to do in New Jersey. And some of their clients, they traveled from New Jersey to the location that they have in New York. I've seen that happen too. So definitely something for you to make a decision on. Okay, I think I answered most of the questions, and thank you very much for staying with me until the end. So Bianca would be reaching out to you. Some of you will get the bonus classes that we offered, so she will let you know who won that class. And I'm looking forward to see you if you decide to come and become our students. So it would be our pleasure. We do offer a lot of great experience, and hopefully you follow us on our social media and get some tips that we usually share when I do my educational videos and get some great information this way. If you are too far, not able to visit us, stay in touch with us. You could DM us on Instagram if you have any questions. And hopefully I will see you all in New York if you're not in New York State. Good night, ladies and guys, whoever is here, and all the best to you. Thank you very much again, staying with me until the end. Almost everybody stayed, which is great. Thank you, guys.